We're glad you're here. Well, welcome to the third annual Talent Show. We've got a lot of things in store for you, a lot of surprises. This theme is called Hee Haw Corn Patch. As you can see, we have a nice little corn patch here. You're going to get a lot of corn jokes, but you're going to get a lot of good talent as well, musically, and some poetry, and some other surprises. The biggest surprise is we have a special MC for the night. And this person is right out of the corn patch. And we had to talk and talk. I had to talk to get her here. Everybody that remembers Hee Haw, raise their hands. That's what I thought. We're all about the same age or older. So anyway, if you remember Miss Lulu Rowland, she is going to be our special MC for the evening. So there she is.
As my good friend Miss Minnie would say, howdy! We are going to have so much fun tonight. Y'all are just not going to believe it. We are going to have so much fun. They're going to be singing. The band is going to play. Miss B is going to sing. We are going to have so much fun tonight. I haven't said a joke yet. Oh my goodness. Look at y'all. I have never been to Gardner, Kansas. Who knew? You have a Walmart. That's awesome. That's awesome. Can we start this night off with a prayer? I think we might need one. We definitely need one. Lord, we just thank you for this evening. Lord, thank you for all these wonderful people to come out tonight in this heat, to be here, to celebrate you, and to support one another and love one another. Lord, I'm just so thankful for all your blessings and your grace and your mercy. I ask these things in your name. Amen. Amen. So who knows where I'm from? Cornfield County, right? Hee Haw was a long time ago. And Oliver's right, he did have to talk a long time to get me here. So, but without further ado, I do believe our first number up here is by your praise band, by y'all's praise band here at First Presbyterian Church of Gardner. And can I play? Can I please?
We need somebody to play.
Okay. I'm really nervous, so you gotta be a little forgiving. What are we gonna play? Let's put the music here. Are we doing holy? Okay. Okay, thank you, Van. That was wonderful. That was so wonderful. We'll see you in Nashville. So what do you think? Are you all hot? Yeah, we are hot. It is hot. It's really hot. Okay, we have, looks like Chesley Jones is up. A fan favorite here at Gardner Presbyterian Church, right? Okay. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You must be Chesley. Okay. Take it away. I'm just going to find a seat.
Sometimes late at night, I lie awake and watch her sleep. She's lost in peaceful dreams, so I turn out the lights and lay there in her dark. And the thought crosses my mind, if I never wake up in the morning, would she ever doubt the way I feel about her in my heart? If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I love her? Did I try in every way to show her every day? She's my only one. If my time on earth was through, and she must face the world without me, is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? 'Cause I've lost loved ones in my life who never knew how much I loved them. Now I live with the regret that my true feelings for them never were revealed. So I made a promise to myself to say each day how much she means to me.
Thank you, Mr. Chesley. That was beautiful. That's a good song. And I love songs. I love songs. Now, I don't know a lot about y'all, but I have studied from people because I needed to fill in as the different acts get ready. So, if I understand correctly, we have Doug and B. Judah. 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 I think that's a biblical place. Isn't it? Judah. And they are going to sing. Now, from what I've heard, is they have recently celebrated 29 years together. Married. What's going on here? Good deal. We like that. That's exciting. It's love. Love. Was it love at first sight? Y'all weren't on one of those shows on TV, Married at First Sight, or anything crazy? Met at work. Met at work. Gossip, office gossip. Okay. And I'm going to let B and Doug talk about this song. This is a special song, from what I understand. So I will go find another seat. I like the view from the pew.
Well, bienvenidos a todos. Welcome. And today, Doug and I are going to perform a song that my father wrote in Spanish. And before we play and sing for you, I'm going to read the verses and the chorus, just so you get a little idea of what the song's about, because I know not everyone, just so. So first verse, in the morning, the sun shines, and in the evening, the stars twinkle. It is the reason I wait for the coming of the Lord. He is the light of the morning. He is the light of the night. He is the light of your path. He is the light of the world. My Lord, oh my Lord, you are everything for me. How holy and how sweet is your name. He is splendid, creator of all. Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost of new hearts, they praise your holy name. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. And believe me, it does sound a lot better in Spanish. All right, so hopefully we get this right. We've been having some trouble, but we'll see how. Por la mañana brilla el sol y por la noche las estrellas. Es por eso que yo espero la venida del Señor. Él es la luz de mañana. Él es la luz por la noche. Él es la luz de tu camino. Él es la luz de todo el mundo. Tú eres Creador de todo, Espíritu Santo, de nuevos corazones, te alaban tu santo nombre, mi Señor, mi Señor, mi Señor.
Have you been in this church your whole life? Where did you come from? Illinois? Right. That's a little ways away. How did you get here from Illinois? That's good. How long have you been here? Oh my gosh. 40 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like meeting people.
Hey, Lulu. What? John and I's got some
You got something to
jokes we
say?
want to tell
You
everybody.
got something to say?
John, you want to meet me up there on the corn patch?
Yeah, let's get up there.
Hey, folks, how y'all doing? Got some jokes we want to tell you. You better laugh. I don't like it. You gotta laugh.
I got this hole, and last week I've developed allergies.
Allergies? How'd you get allergies?
I don't know
You
how
been in the corn patch too long?
Oh, corn patch. Yeah, I bet it is.
I bet it is.
I'm allergic to that. I'm allergic to that.
Well, that's me too. Not necessarily in that order either.
Well, anyway, I don't know what I was thinking, but I know I did it. I crossed a house cat with a 500-pound canary.
What'd you get?
I got a big cool bird, and all it says is, "Here, kitty, kitty." What? Whites. Whites? What do you say?
Whites.
Whites.
No, we're just yeah. How's that? And here?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you take that one, I'll take this one. How's that? All right.
Well, we're buying into the...
Hold it. You can tell he does this all the time. All right, there we go. How's that?
Check John's on.
We have electricity here.
Got to put gas in the generator, don't you?
What did the judge lock up old Sam Hawkins for?
Bigotry. He had 3 wives.
But that's trigonometry. That's trigonometry.
I don't know, but he got locked up. Hey, you seen Lulu at all?
She went to town. I'm sure she went to town. And you know what? While the cat's away, the mouse will play.
Not this mouse.
Why not?
Because I know why Lulu went to town to buy a mouse trap. Yeah. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and I thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone. Trust me, there's more to come.
Gosh, that just took me all the way back to Northfield County 50 years ago.
Oh my God.
That was a setback. And that's a long way back. Okay. Do you like the corn patch here? Somebody was really creative. If I understand correctly, Carl Allen created this. And unfortunately, Carl was not able to be with us tonight to see it. He did bring it up here, but he wasn't able to be with us. He's kind of had a little bit of exposure to some COVID. So he didn't want to infect himself. That was so nice of him and everything. But when I talked to him earlier today, he said he was out in the hayfield because there was nobody around. He said he loved it, and I said, well, just stay cool, climb a tree. And he just laughed. He said, there's no trees in my hayfield. And I said, well, then make sure you drink plenty of water. So make sure you pray for Carl Allen, and he stays healthy and everything. Next up on our list, we have a young lady who's going to read some poetry, and if I understand correctly, she wrote this herself. That's beautiful. I can't put two words together that rhyme, but she can. Her name is Barbara Sweetwood. Barbara Sue Sweetwood. Okay? If you want to come on up here, and we'll get you set up here. I think we've got a microphone for you. Y'all like my brand new dress? Yes. Beautiful. You got one just like that? Really? All right. It's probably about that high for you. There you go.
I turned it off.
All right, sweetheart. Will you just read away? I'm going to go up here and find a seat.
I have boxes of poetry that I wrote since I was in grade school. And I had told Dean that I would read 3 poems, but I snuck in a 4th for the last one. When I wrote this poem, it was May 15th of this year, and the electricity had gone out. We had storms terrible that day. So I took pen to paper and I wrote this. It's called Sunday Blues. Gazing out my window through the wind and rain and mud, praying for the power to come back so my basement doesn't flood. Seeing all the tree limbs I'll be picking up once again. My back is getting old and it doesn't like to bend. The mower quit, so I paid a man to come and cut my lawn. My ceiling now is leaking since my shingles now are gone. Okay. I couldn't drive to church today, no power to the door. There was cat hair on the carpet, but there was no vacuuming the floor. I ate bologna for breakfast as my stove will not turn on. All my food is raw or frozen as this day just drags along. The electric company told me, you'll have lights within the hour, but it's been 4 already and still no sign of power. I know I should be thankful that I woke up on this Sunday, but I'm ready to go back to bed and wait until it's Monday. I wrote this in April of 2021. It's called The Morning Ride. Me and old Joe went out for a ride. The sun was shining and it was warm outside. We headed for the timber way back in the wood, and the sun on our backs, well, it felt mighty good. Then suddenly, what in the world should appear but a huge old grizzly rearing up, standing near. The horses got spooked, and we both hit the ground, and our horses took off, nowhere to be found. So there we sat dazed and covered with dust, and that old grizzly bear towering over us. I looked at old Joe, and I heard him say, let's head for that tree and make our getaway. We got to our feet on a dead run. We sped, praying neither of us would help that grizzly get fed. Now, I was no runner, and neither was Joe, but from somewhere that day, we found our get-up-and-go. That old grizzly chased us to the top of that tree, just a growling and snorting at poor Joe and me. We stayed in that tree for most of the day, but that darned old grizzly would not go away. Day turned to night, and the air got a chill, but that bear would not leave, and we're sitting here still. I'm writing this story from the top of that tree, just my old friend Joe, that Grizzly, and me. Now, like I said at the rehearsal last night to you, those of you that watch my posts on Facebook, I've had a surprise visitor in the last 6 weeks, and I wrote this poem as things progressed with that visitor. So here we go. It's called The Surprise Visitor, and I started this just June 19th of this year. One early morning, I went to the kitchen to fix a cup of hot tea. When I looked out the window, there was a small kitty looking back up at me. He was scared and scrawny and black as the night, and oh so terribly thin. So I fixed him some food in a bowl full of water, and I took it outside to him. The first day he ran when I opened the door, but I left the food anyway. Went about my business in the usual manner, not knowing if he'd come back that day. I drove to town and took care of some business. I hadn't been gone very long, but to my surprise, when I checked on the food, every tiny scrap was gone. The next morning, I went to the window to see if he was anywhere near, and there he was, just waiting for breakfast without quite so much deadly fear. So I took him some food, and I sat in a swing, and I talked to him patiently, hoping that someday we could be friends and that he might come closer to me. He had bite holes on his shoulders, around his neck, and on his back, and my heart just broke for this kitty and the care that he desperately lacked. Well, it's been several days, and he's become very tame, and he's taken a shining to me. So I gave him a name, whether boy, cat, or girl, and decided to call him Smokey. The name that I gave him, it fit him just right as I looked out my windowsill, because his homeless little black cat lives under my barbecue grill. It's been several weeks, and we are best friends, and he sleeps on my deck every night. He rubs up against me and wants to be petted without any symptoms of fright. So off to the vets to get him all healthy with shots and a flea dip and such. I had him neutered and vaccinated, and I doubt if you like that too much. So now I have 2 cats, one inside, one out, and I hope that no more come my way. I don't want to become that crazy cat lady, and I have no more money to pay. In this mixed-up world of confusion, where lies are so frequently told, I consider myself very fortunate to have at least saved this one tiny soul. And that was supposed to be all, but I've got one more and I'm going to read it to you. The break of day, and I wrote this in May of 2020 when everyone was at home, couldn't leave, but it was a beautiful, beautiful day. The delightful scent of a fresh-cut lawn and the blueness of the sky. I quietly watch as the robin sings and a butterfly passes by. The majestic stature of an old oak tree as it reaches towards the sun, and the brilliance of the colorful sky tell me morning has begun. The fragrance of the flowers and the chirping of a bird, all the sounds of nature in one unspoken word. The wispy whiteness of a cloud caught in the sun's gentle rays reminds me how I need to cherish these warm and precious days. I take a breath and close my eyes and pray most silently to thank the Lord for another day He created just for me.
Thank you, Barbara.
And I turned it off.
Okay, thank you so much. Are you from here? You're from around here? Were you born and raised here? I'm not from here. No. I'm from Tennessee. You were born in Miami County? Okay. Where's that? Florida? 25 miles down the road.
5 miles from there.
I see. I see. I don't know where anything is. No, sir. I have not. I haven't lived. Oh, my. So is that where you spent your young years? Is that where you spent your young years?
I remember I was 4, I went to
Somerset store. And Mr. Bowman, he was the guy that run the store, supposedly, way back in 1930 probably. And he tried to get me to talk. I wouldn't talk.
You were shy.
He says, "You can't let your tongue." And I said, "I got it home."
You got the cat at home.
At home. I was trying to make Chapter raise me from 2 weeks on.
I see. So you had an aunt cat. Oh my. So is this pretty lady next to you, is this your wife?
1952.
1952. Was it love at first sight?
Well, you know, it was quite a night.
It's quite a night.
Okay.
It was not in Douglas County, you know where that is?
I don't know where Douglas County is.
7 miles west.
7 miles west. You've been around. Miami, Douglas, Johnson. Where else have you been?
You know how I met her? Well, I came to Gardner in 1952, and I had to find a place to live, and a gal by the name of Lucille Young, she had a house. Her husband had been killed about 2-3 years before in a bear hunting accident. Her husband used to run a hardware store here in town. And anyway, first thing she wanted to do was find me a wife. She suggested several girls, and I'm Nebraska for another day.
Oh, it looks like you have a wife.
Discouraged.
Looks like you have a wonderful wife. You made a great selection.
Her daughter married Paige. And I got her on the 4th of July, and she said, "Now Barbara's going to have this baby. By the way, when she does, I want you to go to Gardner Hospital, Reese's Hospital, and meet that black-haired nurse that works there." That's what happened at our first day on June the 12th, 1952.
Well, that is so awesome. Congratulations. Okay. I gotta go back up here now. Okay. But I'll be back. Okay. That's awesome news. 1952. That's a long time. I love it. Okay. It says here, Nancy Faulkner and Sharon Frame. Karen Frame. And I'm going to let them explain to you what they're going to do. I watched them do it last night, and I thought if I do that, I'd be in trash. Thank you. You need some help, honey?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so Sharon and I are going to be doing something a little bit different tonight, and we are actually going to perform for you a Tai Chi form. And this is a form that you can do in standing and also sitting. So if you know about Tai Chi, it is a martial arts, but today most people use it more for health and for wellness. So it is very much a wonderful form for arthritis and has a lot of benefits that way. So one of the things that we work on in Tai Chi is balance, and not necessarily this type of balance, but balance of outside, inside, left to right. We do a lot of work on breathing, So you'll see us do a type of breathing where we breathe through our bellies. And that's a form of relaxation as well. Some people see this Tai Chi as also kind of a meditation. Because when we do this, you will see that we won't speak throughout it. I will speak at the beginning to get us started, but then we won't speak. So some of the things you're going to see is we will be doing different movements. And one of the movements that we do is called clouds across the sky. So we'll do that movement, and a lot of Tai Chi is you're using your imagination. You will also see us have a gift that we place on a table, and then we'll use our hands to pull a piece of silk across the sky, and we'll have one more little move. This is called crane, as we push the crane across the sky. And you'll see us end in a sign of peace to each other. And we use our hands as the symbol of peace. And in China, the sign of peace is a house with a roof over it, and we bow for that. So we're going to get started. We're going to kind of set up with our breathing, and then we'll begin.
Are you shy? Are you shy? Okay. I need my cousin and my brother to come and help me on this next one. You'll remember us when you see us.
We be the Cole Haynes. Remember us?
We had rock people back in the day. You enough room for me? Too much corn. Yeah. Which is further away, England or the moon?
Well, of course it's England.
Why England?
Well, silly, I can see the moon. Can you see England?
Hey, it's my birthday. Another year, another dollar. Where's my present?
Here it is. I hope you appreciate it. We put all our quarters together.
Just what I wanted, 3 quarters.
Doug, I'm kind of ashamed of you. You know, when I was your age, I could name all the presidents.
Yeah, but when you was my age, there was only 4 of them.
Okay. All right, fella. Smarty, spell weather.
All righty. W-E-A-T-H-E-O-U-R-I-E. Weather.
That's the worst spell of weather I've ever heard of.
The TV's not working. Is it plugged in?
Plugged into what? We don't have no outlet.
Well, I wouldn't have bought it if I'd known an electric television set. I thought it was gas powered.
Let's just watch the dog.
What has 11 hats, 12 eyes, eats peanut butter, and snow?
I don't know.
I don't know what has 11 hats, 12 eyes, eats peanut butter, and snores.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. You're the one asking the question, dude.
This isn't any fun.
Say rubber baby bubby bumpers 5 times.
Rubber baby bubble bumper. 5 times. I'm going home. We have to be the stage crew, too.
That's a lot of work on my due. That was the Haynes. We're a close family. We do a lot of talking, as you can tell. Very exciting. Okay. Up next, we have Miss Rhonda Atwater. Rhonda Atwater, come on down. You are next. Now this is pretty special from what I understand. So you're going to describe and tell us all about this.
It's one of my talents, yeah. I'm going to tell you about my talent. I'm going to read about it, let's say. It's making hats, as you can see. When we go outside on a cold Kansas winter, what do? We wear coat, boots, gloves, hat. And if we're outside very long, do we still get cold? Yeah, we probably do. How would we feel if we had no hat, no coat, no shelter at all? I sure hope you like my display of hats. I'm going to describe to you why I started making these. The hats are going to be given to an organization called Project Uplift, which is located in Kansas City, Missouri. Kathy Cochran, she's not here tonight, is she? No. She's our go-between person between our church and Project Uplift. Judy Lenihan and I do hats, and we collect socks. That's why we have all the clothespins down the hall. So if you bring any socks, that's where they're going to go. Everybody that gets the hats and socks are, of course, homeless. The Uplift serves about 400 people a year. 25% of those people are women. During the rainy or the snowy season, they hand out underwear, shirts, and 1,200 pair of socks. When you have no home, you have no place to dry your clothes if they get wet. They're also in constant need of paperback books and candles to warm their hands. Now the candles are made from Campbell soup cans and leftover candle wax that you and I probably just toss out. When we burn those scented candles and they get down to the very end, we just think it's worthless. But if you have any of those and any soup cans, get them to the joy closet, and Kathy will make sure they get to the right person to make the hand-warming candles. The hats are easy to make and they're a lot of fun. So if anybody wants to find talent in themselves to make the hats, just let me know. I'll be happy to teach you. Thanks.
That sounds like a great cause. That sounds like a very great cause. She's shy too. She's shy.
John? Where's John? Doesn't he see John?
First John, second John.
Where is John? There he is! Come on up here. We got a couple more jokes for these people. Whether or not they like them, they're going to do.
I think this is what you call a captured audience.
All right.
John, yesterday I noticed you were wearing one green sock and one red sock.
Oh, hey, that ain't nothing. I got another pair at home, just like.
Hey, I crossed a toaster with an electric blanket. There we go. Yeah, I crossed a toaster with an electric blanket. What'd you get? A machine that pops out of your bed. Oh, yeah. The thing was going to get married, Deb.
Y'all know I'd marry a doctor so I could stay well for nothing.
I'd marry a grocery so I could eat for free. I'd marry a preacher. That way I'd be good for nothing. Oh man, I'm in terrible financial trouble and I don't have any idea what I'm going to do. Well, that's a relief. I thought for a minute you was going to get the idea of asking me for something. All right, it's yours again.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are helpless. But they're fun. They're fun. Are y'all having a good time? You're laughing, smiling, you're fellowshipping with one another. I can tell that. You're a close church, right? Very close church. I heard y'all had a potluck down in your fellowship hall earlier this evening. Was it good? Lots of food, chocolate, cake, brownies, pie. I'll bet it was good. I love food. Can you tell? Okay, moving on. It says here, Brenda Jones is up, and she is going to tell us a story, a classic tale. And I'm going to go find a view from the view.
Who made all that noise? Okay. You know, I don't know why, but people are always asking me if I'm from the South. I've been a country girl my whole life, and there's really not much chance that's going to change. However, I do try to add a bit of culture to my life from time to time, so I decided to read some of the classics. And here's what I discovered. I am an idiot. No, really. Reading the classics is hard. It's all in the English. And I mean, just my native language, but I'm struggling with the classics and I really don't know why. Haven't we evolved? How did we get from what was a daily language in the 1700s to where we are today? When we read Shakespeare, we're like, does this come on a DVD? It kind of made me think, gosh, I'm not as sharp as I thought I was. If I were transported back to the 1700s, I wouldn't be able to read fairy tales to my grandchildren because I'm not smart enough. So with that being said, let's just jump right into this lovely Shakespearean fairy tale, The Three Little Pigs. In time past, though not long ago, there lived 3 pigs, in stature little and number 3, who being of an age both entitled and inspired to seek their fortune, did set about to do thusly. When they had traveled a distance, pig number first spake, saying, Hearken, brethren, heed this impetuous round. Tarry me long from hearth and home, we shall fear, I fear, not well. And so being collectively agreed, but individually impaled, the diminutive swines sought each to erect himself an abode. Pig number 1 did construct his house of straw. Pig number 2 did likewise, though rather not from straw, but instead from sticks. Meanwhile, unique in his imaginings, pig number 3 did erect his domicile starward, a garish structure made entirely from brick. Soon there happened along a wolf. Carnivorous in nature and full season, he called out to the straw-ensconced swine, saying, Pray thee, little pig, grant me entrance. But pig 1 recalled with sage foreboding that he is mad who entrusts in the tameness of a belly-pinched wolf, and responded immediately, Nay, shall not be indeed, not by wit or whiskered jowl. Prepared for this most expected response, the wolf replied, Then steel thyself, little pig. Forthwith will I endeavor, employing means both huffing and puffing, to dismantle yon flaxen fortress. Whereupon there issued forth from the wolf an exhale of gale proportions, that quickly rooted straw hollow to dregs and dross, and carried aloft piglet and shattered porters both. Exposed now to claw and fang, piglet 1 made haste, wolf in pursuit,
to the stick-festooned sanctum of Hickory Secondary, causing Pig 2 to cry out in dismay. Well, this knocks my knickers. The marshalling of feral wolf on my doorstep is nowhere among those endeavors of a menial or congenial. 1,000 pardons, squilled one. 'Twould seem the beast made from breath has purged me of home and sound judgment alike. The mighty maelstrom of the wolf's exhale splattered second swine shack and shortened his sanctimonious scolding simultaneously. You try to say that, okay? Lo and behold, squilled 2, standing out amid wooded wreckage, tremulous and vulnerable with nefarious strategy for ensuing the canine devourer in looming deadly proximity. Strategy, squealed one. I would urge to run. Whether by their own fleet-footed competence or the wolf's windless attitude, the diminutive swine arrived at their ultimate kindred neighbor's brick ingress unscathed. Upon the third pig's door, with urgent hoofs they pounded, calling out, "Unbar this entrance, and with haste we beseech thee." The third pig hailed from the American colonies, and possessing a vocabulary substantially less robust than impromptu visitors, replied, "Say what?" "Seek we sanctuary," they implore, on the verge of hysteria, "lest we fall forthwith to the ravenous appetency of yonder approaching carnival." Still confounded by their importunate words, Pig 3 did render ajar his portal, whereupon 1 and 2 spilled through, and collapsed beyond the threshold, enervated. "Y'all just wanted to come in, could have just said that." The sinister hiss of the wolf could once again be heard outside. "Pray thee, pigs, grant me entrance." "The wolf," said 3. "What you..." said 1 and 2, I'm sorry. "Wolf," said 3. "What do you suppose he wants?" "He seeks to gain purchase within, and indeed he would occupy this very alcove where we have been afforded the most meager of opportunities." "Right. I'm just gonna go ask him what he wants." "Under no circumstances," squealed 2, flinging himself bodily against the portal. "There is none to be gained across the external opponent save our immediate demise." House occupants were again engulfed by a benevolent blast of wolfish wind. The foundation shook, the frame rattled, and lo, to the astonished eyes of Piglet and its crouching scoundrels alike, stood the third pig slouching undaunted. Good news for you pig fans. Aghast and dismayed, Pig 2 queried of Pig 3, "How against such relentless odds and torrential onslaught does this domicile endure?" Pig 3 puffed out his chest, tapped a hoof to the hearth, and responded, "It's American made." The end.
Thank you very much. And who are you, sir? Steve. Steve. Just Steve. Are you from here?
I am in Virginia,
Virginia. Okay. How long have you been here?
22 years, 20 years.
What do you do?
Machines.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here tonight. Thanks for coming. It's hot. Very hot. Just saying. All right. Now, this next lady, from what I understand, is a funeral director. But I also understand that she plays the piano. She's also your church pianist. So I'm asking Robin Forkner. Forkner? Is that correct? Forkner? All right. Is your husband here?
No, not this evening.
No, not this evening. It's hot.
It's hot.
Okay. I'm going to go get the beat with the pew. singers are going to do another number, right? Can I play with y'all again?
We need a piano player. Electric one though. We need one that can play the electric piano.
It's the same. They're still black and white keys. I love playing with piano. I should find some music. It's a long block across here. Oh my gosh. I hope I don't trip.
It's hot.
It's hot. And which one are you doing?
Jesus Savior, pilot me.
Jesus Savior, pilot me. This is that special one. That one that we're doing it 6 to 8 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you learn to count to 6.
Yeah. We gonna play now. Who are you? You're Tom, and you're Doug, right? You sang with me, which did great. You're Tom, and you are?
Mick.
You're Mick. Mick and Tom, are you from here? Close. Jupiter's close.
It's not Virginia or
You're Pleasant? Okay, but you're from Kansas.
Yes.
Okay, your whole life? You were born here, Kansas? Are you related? You look kind of alike. You look kind of alike.
We got the same mom and dad, yeah.
Same mom and dad. Good. That's a good thing. Good thing. Okay. All right. So you play every week with the praise band here at First Presbyterian? Y'all are talented. All of y'all. And I'm sure that the people of First Presbyterian Church are really glad that you were here, judging by their applause for you. So I'm sure that the Lord is glad that He is using the talents that He's given y'all. So, thank you. Okay. Rhonda Atwater. Oh, there she is. Over here. She's going to sing for us now.
May the good Lord be with you down every road you roam. And may sunshine and happiness surround you when you're far from home. And may you grow to be proud, dignified and true. And do unto others as you'd have done to you. Be courageous and be brave, and in my heart you'll always stay, forever young, forever young. May good fortune be with you, may your guiding light be strong. Build a stairway to heaven with a prince or a vagabond. And may you never love in vain, and in my heart you will remain, forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. And when you finally fly away, I'll be hoping that I served you well. For all the wisdom of a lifetime, no one can ever tell. But whatever road you choose, I'm right behind you, win or lose.
They're back. One more time, guys. One more time. We promise. Gotta do it, though. We salute the city country.
That's right.
Let's get back up to the corn patch and see what we got. Anybody get any better?
You know, I had trouble remembering. I went to the country doctor and he told me to stop forgetting. So, but I forgot, John. And I was wondering, you were wearing one green sock and one red sock yesterday.
Help me out. As we discussed earlier, I found that affair just like me.
Now I remember.
You probably hasn't washed them since then.
I did read some kind of competition. I read the paper that in New York City, the man gets hit by a car every 30 minutes.
Lord, I bet that man is getting tired of that.
Well, you know something? A guy was driving through a rural farm country, and he sees another guy rowing a boat in the middle of a cornfield. He pulls to the side of the road and yells, "Hey, what the heck are you doing out there in the cornfield?" Well, the guy in the boat stops rowing and stands up. "What does it look like I'm doing? I'm going to work." Puzzled, the guy gets out and walks to the side of the road and yells, "You know, it's dumb guys like you that gives the rest of us a bad name. If I could swim, I'd come out there and I'd whoop your butt."
John, why are cornfields the best listeners? Because they're all ears.
That's it for the cornfield, folks.